So my individual project was the analysis and improvement of materials for the human assisted water pump, which was designed and built in the group project in the first semester. So I took this on to try. The aim of the project was to improve the materials in order to make it more suitable for mass distribution in third world countries where it needs to be readily accessible because they haven't got mechanically operated pumps. Just a bit of background into why I chose to do this was because in third world countries like in Africa and Asia, they haven't got access into mechanically operated pumps, so they can't afford them. But they still need a pump, so I try to make something cheap, lightweight that can be used in these countries and be easily portable, so it can be swapped between farms and wells, whatever. The methodology then was basically the same that we did the material selection. So I used the knowledge I learned there and transferred it into this project. So I started off a translation step, then I used the screen using my objectives, then I started to rank them, and eventually then I chose which material were best. I did this using Granta, using limits, charts and tree stages. I had to take into account the weight, the price, and then other factors such as the fracture toughness, say maybe the yield strength, depending on which part I was choosing. So, and I also had to take into account that there's going to be a lot of water flowing through the parts, so I'd have to account for rust, try to make materials that won't going to rust. So after going through everything in Grant, I was able to work out which materials would be better than the original chosen materials. And by doing this, I was able to take 6 kilograms off the weight of the original one compared to the new improved one, which is a massive improvement, especially since the pump has to be portable. So that's obviously going to be a big help in third world countries where one farm or whatever might be able to own its own pumps. It might have to share between them. Just moving on here now. This is a simulation just of how the pump works. So you can see there the crank is just moving up and down. With one of the cylinders is blanked out, just so you can see the piston moving inside. So that's the mechanism that was used, and that's the way it's going to work in the improved assembly as well.